What's up, YouTube? I hope each and every one of you guys are having an absolutely awesome day. Today, we're reviewing the 2022 Ford F150 XL. Huge thank you to Greg Williams over at Koons Sterling Ford, located here in Sterling, Virginia, for allowing me to do this review for you guys today. If you guys are interested in this particular F150 XL or any Ford product, I'll be sure to have Greg's information on screen as well as in the description box down below. But with that said, let's get into the video. First, let's talk about the exterior and performance. And like I said, this is a 2021 Ford F150 XL, and this particular one is painted in work truck white. No, that is not the actual color of this F150. However, the actual color is called Oxford White. But let's start over here at our headlights, because we do have halogen headlights as well as halogen daytime running lights. You also do have automatic high beams, and you do have a halogen turn signal located behind this amber piece of plastic right here. But let's move over to our black front grille. As you guys can see, it actually does have a pretty good design. It's basically like the same design like you would find on like an XLT with the sport appearance package. However, this one's black plastic rather than like a shark gray. At the center of our front grille, you will find a blue Ford logo. You guys will see we do have a metal black front bumper. It is metal, this piece right here, and this piece right here is plastic. And you do have a front valance that comes down, you know, honestly pretty low. I would say you have about, I don't know, 8 to 9 inches of ground clearance with this particular truck. We do have 17-inch steel wheels wrapped in Michelin 245/70 Primacy LTX all-season tires, and it is a square stance vehicle, meaning that the tire size is the same all around. Just above our steel wheels, we will find our F150 XL fender vent, and it is actually functional. I can feel the heat coming out of there, so that, if you are wondering, that actually does help heat escape out of the engine bay. Just to the right of our fender vents, we will find our black plastic manual folding side view mirrors, as well as they are heated. And you guys can see that it says they're heated right here. And you do have the good old-fashioned blind spot monitoring, not electronic blind spot monitoring, but like the fisheye type mirror that really actually does make a huge difference when looking in your blind spot. Right here, as you guys may be able to notice, you do have a black plastic door handle. Obviously, on the passenger side, you also do have another black plastic door handle. And if your key fob runs out of battery or something like that, you guys can stick the key in here and lock it like you could in the good old days before a key fob. But as you guys can see, this is a regular cab 8-foot bed F150 XL. So let's take a look about halfway down that 8-foot bed. As you guys can see, we do have a capless filler neck in here. An 87 octane will do just fine, as well as this vehicle is a flex fuel vehicle, so you can put E85. I know gas prices are pretty expensive right now, so if you guys do want to save 50 cents to $1 per gallon, you guys can fill up with E85. However, just know that E85 does burn faster than regular gasoline. Here is a look. You do not have any fender liners. Take a look at your leaf springs, take a look at your shocks. You do have a full-sized spare tire back in there. I do want to talk about the diff here for a second. This does have a 355 non-limited slip rear differential. However, you can opt for a 355, I believe, locking rear differential, as well as a 373 locking rear differential as well. I believe the 373 is like $500 and some. I'll put the exact price of the 373s right here on screen, just so you guys kind of have an idea if you guys are speccing one of these out from a dealership. But let's take a look at our taillights, because we do have halogen taillights as well as halogen turn signals and halogen backup lights. This kind of looks like a candy cane. You got the white and the red. White and red theme going, kind of reminds me of a candy cane. I know that's kind of funny, but it really does. F150 stamped into your tailgate. Just above the F150 stamped into your tailgate, you will find your blue Ford emblem. And just above all of that, you will find a manual opening tailgate. You cannot open this tailgate with the key fob. However, if I pull out the key fob out of my pocket here real quick, I do want to mention that you do have a power tailgate lock. So when I lock this, you guys can hear the tailgate locks as well. So if you guys do have a tonneau cover or something like that, just know that none of your stuff will get stolen because you do have that power locking tailgate. I'm not sure if I mentioned this, but I'm going to mention it here again. You do have a backup camera just above your manual tailgate release, so that is where your backup camera can be found. Moving to the bottom, just like the front, you do have black metal rear bumpers, as you guys can hear. Kick it a little bit. They are metal with a plastic topper. You also do have a reverse sensing system, so you got a backup sensor right there, and there for 4 backup sensors total. You can also stick your key, if you open this thing up, stick your key in there, and that unlocks the rear spare tire, so that will help you drop your spare tire, God forbid, if you do get a flat tire or something like that. Obviously, as you guys can see, you do have your license plate light right here, another license plate light right there, and the observant viewer may be able to note that you do not have a trailer tow package or a class 5 trailer hitch, and that's something I wanted to mention here real quick. You can option for a class 5 trailer hitch. As you guys can see, it does come with a trailer lighting option right there. That is a 4-pin trailer lighting. However, this does not have a trailer hitch with it. I do believe that you can open this thing up right here, and you can put a ball, but if you guys do want like a legit trailer hitch, you guys can either option it for the price listed on screen, or you can have U-Haul install it aftermarket. But just something I thought I would mention. If you guys do want the optional trailer tow package, that will run you $1,325. If you guys do want the FX4 off-road package, that will run you $1,095. If you guys do want the optional LED bed lighting, that will run you $695. And what you get with that is the optional LED bed lighting, as well as a tailgate step right here, and you also do get zone lighting. One more thing I do want to show you guys before we move into performance. I'm going to open up the door right here and show you guys the payload stickers, so I don't get nagged in the comment section for not showing you the payload sticker. There's one of them, and there is number 2. If you guys want to stop here on screen, pause the video, feel free to do so. But I'm going to do a little walk around of the truck. Not much to see. I mean, it's just basically a basic work truck. However, I do think it actually does look pretty good, considering it is an XL F-150, as base as they come. This one does have power windows, so I take that back. It is not as base as they come. But with that said, let's move into performance. Popping open that hood reveals that naturally aspirated 3.3 liter V6 that makes 290 horsepower and 265 pound-feet of torque. It is mated to a 10-speed automatic transmission for a 0 to 60 time in roughly 8 seconds. If you guys were wondering about fuel economy, this particular F-150 XL is a 4x2. So with the 4x2 and the 8-foot bed selected, you guys can see 19 miles per gallon in the city, 24 miles per gallon highway for 21 miles per gallon combined. If you guys are enjoying today's video so far, please give this video a big thumbs up. Please hit that subscribe button. I'm really gunning for 50,000 subscribers by the end of 2022, and I cannot do that without your guys' help. So if you guys would, leave a comment in the comment section down below. Let me know if this video has helped you in any way, if you guys own one of these trucks, if I've shown you any features, if you guys are speccing one of these trucks and I've helped you spec one out. Leave a comment in the comment section down below. I would greatly appreciate it. It helps my YouTube channel in the algorithm. If you guys do like F-150 regular cab 8-foot beds, I am building a 1987 Ford F-150 with a 5.3 liter GM V8. So it is going to be a 1987 F-150 that is going to be LS swapped. So if you guys do want to see that build, please hit that subscribe button. It's going to be pretty wild. Yes, it's going to start off stock, then it's going to be cammed, it's going to have heads. Then, you know, as the build progresses, we will either throw a turbo on it, twin turbos on it, or a supercharger. But with all that said, let's move into the interior. All right, guys, because this is an F-150 XL, you can't stick your hand behind here and unlock the vehicle. However, you can hit the unlock button on your key fob to unlock the vehicle, or you can stick your key in the keyhole right there to unlock the vehicle. However, the vehicle is unlocked, so let's open her up and let's talk about it here real quick. This is a F-150 XL, so it is pretty basic. You don't have the most comfortable armrest, and the materials used are, you know, fairly cheap because, you know, it is an F-150 XL. So you got plastic up here, plastic down here, not very much padding at all. However, it is still comfortable even though it is just hard plastic right here. Here is your door handle. You do have automatic up and down windows for both sides. So here's your mirror adjustments, unlock button, lock button. You got a good amount of storage right here and a great amount of storage down there. You can fit a large Deer Park water bottle in there, and you can fit a smart water bottle horizontally right here. Taking a look at the interior, let's talk about these seats, because these are dark slate vinyl seats and they are very, very comfortable. They're just as comfortable as an F-150 Limited. It's just they are, you know, vinyl seats. It makes it that much easier to clean. And, you know, you guys who are ordering these trucks, I believe, are going to use them as work trucks. So the vinyl is definitely what you want. They are manually adjustable. But yeah, let's step in. And as you guys can see, nice little Easter egg right there. You have the American flag. Love to see it. Moving in, let's close that door. A lot of bugs out. And let's fire her up. Like I said, this does not have keyless access, so that means it is not push to start. You do have a push and stick key fob, so put the key in here, turn it to the right, and vehicle fires up. One thing I do want to show you guys is all you got to do, take your key, put your key in here, and turn it once, and all you got to do is, and the vehicle will fire up, as you guys can see. Moving over to here, this will turn on your box lighting. You can have your headlights off, parking lights on, headlights on automatic, or headlights on all the time right there. These buttons right here control the brightness of your gauges, as well as your backlit buttons right here. I'm going to turn down the AC so you guys can hear me a little bit better. One thing that I was kind of surprised with, because this is an F-150 XL, is that you do have an electronic parking brake right here, which is pretty dang cool considering that this is a base model F-150. You have a grab handle right here. Opening this up, you do not have a vanity mirror. However, you know, most of you guys who are working, you know, I'm assuming you guys are gonna be working. You're gonna be a hardworking man or woman driving these trucks. I'm not sure if you want to look at yourself throughout the day. However, your passenger has a vanity mirror and they can look at themselves. However, there are no lights on the vanity mirror. You can put your sunglasses right up here. And if you guys want to, you know, turn on your individual lights, these are the buttons you press. They are LED. If you guys want all the interior lights on, this is the button you would press. Push that again. Push this button right here. And when the door opens, the lights are not going to turn on right now. However, if I push that button again, see how it's amber? That means that lights are not going to come on when you open up the doors. Push it again. You guys can see it's kind of like backlit blue. So if I open up the door now, the interior lights will come on. Right here, you guys can see passenger airbag is off, so that's where you will read if your passenger airbag is on or off. Here is just, you know, your basic rear view mirror. You guys have like the old-fashioned auto dimming. By pushing that button, that's how you get the high beams out of your face. Push that again, that's just your regular rear view mirror right there. But here are your cruise control settings. You do have a lane keeping system by the push of this button. So right now, lane keeping system is on. Push the button again, lane keeping system is off. And you can read through all these different things with your 4-inch productivity screen, which is right here. Analog RPM gauge on the right side. You have an analog speedometer, oil temperature, coolant temperature. Right here, you have your fuel gauge, and I believe that's transmission temperature. I'm not 100% sure, so if you guys want to correct me in the comment section down below, feel free to do so. But if you guys want to navigate throughout the screen, here are the buttons that you use. So let's press OK. And as you guys can see, we do have a digital speedometer. If I click down on this button, you guys have your trip 1 information. Here's your driver assistance. Go down one more. Here is fuel economy. It has 8.3 miles per gallon because nobody's been driving this. So, you know, it doesn't have very much data to pull from. Right here is Eco Coach. Right here, this is just the calm screen. It doesn't show anything. Personally, this is what I would have, either this speedometer, or I would go to Eco Coach because you have a digital speedometer, but it tells you how to drive more efficiently. Here is your odometer. This lets you know that automatic stop start is off. This is letting me know, hey, you need to go get some fuel. And here is your compass. Park, reverse, neutral, drive, manual. As you guys can see, we are in park. If I switch gears, now we're in reverse, neutral, drive. And if I want to go into manual, I press this M button right here. And as you guys can see, we are in M1. So, but let's throw it back into park and let's talk about the steering wheel. Ford at the center of it. It isn't like a leather wrapped steering wheel. It's probably a vinyl wrapped steering wheel. That's kind of the best like material that I could describe it with. You got a nice brushed aluminum piece right here. This is like, you know, plastic. Let's take a listen to the horn. Take a listen to the turn signal. All right, that's that. If you guys have like a clipboard or something like that, you guys can set your clipboard here. If you want to set your phone here, you can do that. Pencils, pens, anything, you know, tape measure. You guys have tons of storage space up here to do so. Auto stop start on or off. This is to bring up your rear view camera. You do have your guidance lines and a hitch guidance line right there at the center. You got your hazard button right there and your traction control off button right there. So this is an 8-inch Sync 4 system with wireless Apple CarPlay as well as wireless Android Auto. So if I click on this screen, you guys can see I am connected to Apple CarPlay. So click on Ford and I can go over here to apps, wireless Apple CarPlay, wireless Android Auto, find mobile apps, stuff like that. You guys can see CarPlay popped up right there. Click on that. Now I'm in CarPlay. Hit Ford Sync right there. Brings me back to Ford Sync. You do have FM, AM, and you do have Bluetooth audio, or if I click that right there, I can connect to Apple CarPlay. This does not have Sirius XM. Moving on down, you get your volume knob right here, tuning knob right here. This will bring you to your sound settings. Right here, this will bring you to, you know, what kind of music you're listening to. Right now, that was what it brought me to on my phone. If I want to turn the screen off, that's the button I would press. Click it again, screen actually turns off. Click it one more time, screen turns back on. To go back on a track or tune, you guys can use this and that to play or pause a song. That is what you can press. This is your climate control stuff. You do have single zone climate control right here, your different drive modes. Let's talk about drive modes. We got normal, slippery, trail. Go back over to the left, and then you have tow, haul, and eco, and sport, and that's it for that. Let's go back over here, go back into normal mode. And it's funny, it shows like a, you know, lariat, it looks like on the screen right there. Moving back over to here, USB-C port, USB-A port, a little spot to hang something, a 12-volt power outlet right here. Opening this up, you have a USB-C port, a USB-A port. Closing that, you have tons of storage space over here. So if you guys want to put a water bottle in there, my water bottle won't fit, but a Deer Park water bottle will fit in there. And you got a glove box in there. It's actually a very big sized glove box compared to some other trucks that I've reviewed in the past. And you know, same exact thing as the door panel over here on the passenger side, another grab handle right there. But one thing that I did want to mention is that, you know, we do have 3 seats so you can sit 3 different people in this F-150 XL. However, there's a button right here. If I click on that button and I push back and I pull on the seat, this drops down and I have 2 cup holders in a perfect spot to set my iPhone 11 Pro Max right here so it doesn't go anywhere. So I really appreciate that they didn't exclude the Pro Max people or the big phone people from having to set their phone there. It's literally like the perfect size with a little bit of extra, you know, room to fit a bigger phone if, you know, if that's something you want to do. And then you just have this big, nice armrest right here. Super, super comfortable. These seats, just like any other F-150, F-250, F-350, you know, Ford's got the most comfortable truck seats by far. I mean, it's not even close. They're just super squishy. You know, if I was a hard-working blue-collar man and, you know, I was on my job and, you know, union gives you a 15-minute break every 4 hours, I believe, you can recline your seat. You scoot the seat forward and you could definitely fall asleep here because the seats are so comfortable. I'm telling you guys, these seats are that comfortable. And if you guys have been in an F-150, F-250, F-350, you guys know what I'm talking about. They're some of the most comfortable seats of not only trucks, but of any vehicle. But yeah, you know, that's about it for the interior. Like I said, this is an F-150 XL, so there's not really that much to show you guys. However, there's one more thing before we get into the driving portion of the review, and that is I wanted to talk about the MSRP of this particular F-150 XL. The MSRP as this F-150 XL sits is $33,315. So yes, you can still buy a cheaper truck nowadays, you know, that still does everything that you need it to do. You got an 8-foot bed, it can tow, it can haul in the bed and stuff like that. Yeah, $33,000 is a lot of money for a base model truck. However, You know, there's a lot to come with. You get that 8-inch screen with wireless Apple CarPlay, wireless Android Auto, a pretty good sound system in here, some of the most comfortable seats, power door locks, power tailgate lock, automatic up and down windows. So you can get this vehicle with roll-up windows if you do want to save a little bit more money. But I think this is the way. If you guys are going to get a work vehicle, just get them with the power windows. Make it easy on yourself or on your employees. It's just nice to have power windows. But like I said, you can cheap out. You don't have to get that screen right there. You can get the cheaper screen. But I like the way that this thing is spec'd out. You know, it's just the right amount of features for a work truck. And like I said, it's very, very comfortable. And it's somewhat economical. You know, it's not the fastest thing in the world, but it's not the slowest thing in the world either. But yeah, you know, we've talked about the exterior, we've talked about the performance, and now we've talked about what's going on here in the interior. So I want to see what this thing is like to drive. So I will see you guys in the driver's seat. All right, guys, and now on to the driving portion of the review. If you guys saw my Mach 1 video, which I filmed literally right before this, you guys know that I did forget my POV hat, so I am holding the camera with my left hand. However, it's not so much of an issue here in this F-150 because, you know, it's an automatic transmission. But if you guys can see right under where it says 46 miles per hour, you guys can see it says 10 out of 10. That means we are in 10th gear now. It's downshifting to 9th. It'll downshift here to 8th. And now, the more I slow down, obviously, the further down it goes in the gears. There's 7th. But one thing I wanted to mention pretty much right off the bat, because I feel like the people watching this video, you know, are looking for a truck that basically that you can work very easily out of. And right near, I've got my notes. So, you know, if you guys have a laptop or if you guys have a clipboard or something like that, very good amount of storage space right here to set a clipboard and still have enough of an armrest. You know, that's an 8x11 or whatever the standard size sheet of paper is right there. So, and I still got enough room to set my arm. 2 cup holders. I got my cup or my bottle of water right here. And my favorite piece of this center fold down armrest is the spot to set your phone. I love how Ford thought that one through, and you know, you don't have to set your phone down there or set your phone in a cup holder. There's literally a spot to hold your phone, which I really, really like. But like I mentioned, you know, when we were talking about the interior, these seats are so comfortable, like very, very comfortable. Like I said, if you know, had a long day at work and you want to just get in something super comfortable, this is the truck. You know, a Chevy is not going to be as comfortable as this. A Ram isn't going to be as comfortable as this. And that's just the cold hard truth is, you know, you may not be a Ford fan, you may not be a Chevy fan or whatever, you know what I mean. But Ford has the most comfortable seats of any of the 3 major truck manufacturers. You guys gotta talk a little bit louder. That bike's pretty loud, but you know, this thing rides very, very smoothly. One thing I did want to mention is that I went over some speed bumps and it rides very well in the front. However, these speed bumps are like legit, like big speed bumps, and you get bounced around pretty well when it goes over that rear suspension back there, just because, you know, you're basically on leaf springs and shock absorbers, and you know, it's a base model truck, so they're not spending so much time on the suspension. You're looking to get a good deal or, you know, a cheaper truck. So that's why the suspension going over those bumps, you know, it's not the greatest. However, it's still very, very comfortable. Like right now, I'm just cruising down this street right here, going 30 miles an hour, or almost 30 miles an hour, and it just rides super well, like I said. But if you do go over like some weird bumps, like let's try these bumps right here, see how it does. I mean, it does well on those bumps, but you can definitely tell that you do have some leaf springs in the back. And I want to compare this, and I know you can't compare this to the F-150 Tremor. The F-150 Tremor also has a leaf spring rear suspension. However, the tuning in that suspension is definitely different than the tuning on this leaf spring suspension. I know that's the baby off-roader, the baby Raptor, whatever you want to call it. So obviously it's going to ride better over bumps, but just something I thought I would compare is that you can get a good riding or an amazing riding leaf spring truck, because the Tremor is that. This is still a very good riding leaf spring truck, but you go over some weird bumps and stuff and you can tell that you got leaf springs in the back. But like I said, just a super comfortable truck. You got enough space to work, set a laptop, do whatever you need to do, a clipboard, stuff like that. You got more room up here to set a clipboard or papers or stuff like that. Single zone climate control, totally fine. Spot to set your sunglasses. You know, you got the 12-volt power outlet. One thing I do wish that this truck did have is like a household power outlet. That is something that I do wish that this thing did have. However, it's not a big deal that it doesn't have it. It really isn't, because you got the USB-A port, USB-C port, then you got another USB-A port and another USB-C port for a total of 2 USB-A ports and 2 USB-C ports. When I was talking about the mirrors on the exterior, like I said, this does have the good old-fashioned blind spot monitoring, which, you know, is not electronic, but it's got the fisheye mirror right there and another fisheye mirror right there. And those fisheye mirrors make a huge difference. I'm not sure if you're going to see me because the sunlight is directly in the camera right now, but just know that those fisheye mirrors make a huge difference with the blind spots in this truck. And you know, this truck doesn't really have many blind spots because it's a regular cab 8-foot bed. So if you guys got to look over your shoulder, you got tons of, you know, open view right there to see exactly what is in your blind spot. Like I said, this truck doesn't really have a blind spot, but you just look over your shoulder right here too, and you're totally fine. But if you guys don't want to look over your shoulder, like I said, you got those fisheye mirrors, and it is totally okay. But that's gonna conclude today's video, guys. If you guys enjoyed the video, please give this video a big thumbs up. Please hit that subscribe button. Like I said, I'm really trying to hit 50,000 subscribers. I know that sounds crazy, by the end of 2022, but if I continue posting, you know, 4 videos per week every week until the end of 2022, I really believe that 50,000 subscribers is achievable. But like I said, I am doing an LS swap on a 1987 F150, same configuration as this truck, regular cab, 8-foot bed. So if you guys are interested and you do want to see that build progression, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, so you guys will be notified anytime that I post a new video. So my plans are to post review videos as well as LS swap videos, as well as, you know, sometimes I get access to exotic cars like Paganis, Lamborghinis, McLarens, Ferrari, stuff like that. So there will be intermittent videos of me either driving Lamborghinis or, you know, riding in Paganis, stuff like that. So I will be posting those types of videos, you know, in the coming weeks, in the coming months and stuff like that. So be sure to be on the lookout for those videos. Like I said, hit that subscribe button, give this video a big thumbs up, and leave a comment in the comment section down below. Let me know if this video was helpful for you guys looking to buy one of these trucks. But that's the end of today's video, guys. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Seem like every captain gotta maintain the cap. You can make change, don't change for that. Tell the whole truth, get paid for that. Bet you never fall off, you was made for that. You gotta be who you really be, shine from the inside.